Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast. With your host, Craig Casamas and Big J Curran.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast.
What up, what up, what up, what up?
Coming to you on a beautiful Monday afternoon. It's raining out here. It is so fucking nice.
It is so beautiful.
Something about that rain really just takes the steam out of you. You know what I mean?
You know what doesn't fucking work, though?
What?
Is when your fucking asshole dog has to go to the bathroom or whatever she does, and she runs out in the rain, does whatever she does, and then immediately runs into the bedroom and just flops down next to you soaking fucking wet.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And then goes to sleep.
Wet dog is the worst.
Oh, it is so bad. Hey, I would like to I want to do a toast.
He's back.
No, this is you, buddy.
Oh, that's for me?
I'm not doing both of them.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah, he's back.
He's back.
What I would like to toast to is you matching perfectly.
I know.
From your foot
Look at that, huh?
to your fucking forehead, dog.
Yeah,
that is impressive,
I did
bro.
it for you today, dude.
I'm fucking
I've been stepping up
stoked,
my
dog.
game lately.
I mean, like, seriously, that is fucking awesome,
What's
man.
up, dude? Yeah, you guys can't tell, but hold on. Look, check out my grip, dude. Oh, wait a minute.
Dude,
got
got
the fucking
the
shoes.
shoes
Oh,
and
wait.
the pants
Bam, bitches.
and the shirt. You got everything going on, man. Fuck.
I have 3 colors now.
Looking like a camouflage cardboard box.
Like a moldy one. Totally. Yeah, I got 3 colors in my arsenal now.
Dude,
well, actually
hey,
4
man.
if you count gray.
Yeah, and
Not bad.
the octopus uniform you got.
Yeah, that's when I'm living wild,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you
Yes.
for bringing some
Cheers,
color in my
man.
life.
Love you, brother.
Not only color palette, but colored people.
Killer people too, man.
God damn it, man. All right, fuck. Cazadores. Thank you for that.
Casadores, if you're looking to sponsor somebody on a podcast,
Yeah, I'm sure they're really fucking desperate for it.
not the point. Oh, try a little salt.
Thanks. No, it would have been nice fucking 2 seconds ago.
Well, it's, picky bitch.
So you're back on, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I know why you're back on.
Life is
I'm
wild.
not going to give you fucking any shit about it, but I know
Life
what's
is
going
wild.
on. It is wild.
We'll have a podcast about that before too long.
Yes.
We'll talk about it. We'll get
Jay.
into it because I want to share my life with all you guys because I want you guys to understand that life is ever changing.
Oh boy, is it. Speaking of that, I had a bright idea today because it's raining, and it was raining last weekend essentially, or maybe the weekend before. And we were stuck in the house together for 2 solid days as a family, and the kids start getting fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean, they start attacking me. It's a whole thing, and it's fun until it's not. So today I go, hey, let's go to the movies. You know what I mean? Like, let's fucking go to the movies. We'll go do something, you know? Like, get out of the house, eat some popcorn, sneak some snacks in, do the thing. I look, there's like nothing.
Not a fucking thing.
Nothing, right? So I'm like, Wonka's playing, that new Willy Wonka movie that came out, which...
Is it like some...
It's I don't know the guy. It's like whoever the hot guy is right now.
Oh, is it? It's still a dude?
Yeah, it is.
They didn't change it to...
No, it's more like his origin story, so it's
Not like a hermaphrodite?
No, it's not. Not
Okay.
I could tell, but maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe Harry Styles looking guy, you know what I mean?
okay.
I don't know. Anyway, so we get there, dude, and the first fucking sentence out of his mouth is a song. Just and I know Willy Wonka, right? It's got music in it. It's fine. Like I kind of expect that a little bit. But motherfucker, I hate musicals. I just don't. Do not enjoy them. Like, period. I don't like any of the singing and the dancing and the fucking... If I'm trying to watch a movie, I want to watch a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like, there's certain things like I saw Chicago a long time ago. That's a musical.
Hey, man, The Wiz.
It's spun. It is a fucking musical.
The Wiz.
The Wiz. Fine.
The Wiz,
I could
dude.
live with that.
I did
Knowing
The
what
Wiz.
it is, right?
And I was a fucking giant Danny Kaye fan when I was like really,
okay.
really, really young. And I don't know if you know who Danny Kaye is.
Not now that you're saying it.
Well, no. Danny Kaye was an old, like he would do all these different movies that had dancing and music and like the Attorney General and all these different stuff. And they were on at like 11 or 12 o'clock at night when you had nothing else going on. And it was very entertaining.
What are we talking,
and
like
fun.
50s musicals or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
50s, 60s movies.
Like that shit I can deal with. You know what I mean? But like a modern day musical, it's just... It immediately, and the only thing that saved this whole fucking movie is that, I mean, the movie itself is fine. It's like whatever. It's a kids movie kind of, it's whatever. But every fucking 5 minutes, it's like, and come with me. You're like,
I know.
But what did save it is that my kids know that I hate musicals. They fucking know it. They know it. And so every single time a song came on, they'd both be like staring at me and my face. And my daughter sent me a bunch of fucking photos of me. There's no one there. She's taking pictures of me, and I'm just like,
it's kind of like going to listen to jazz music with you, and somebody walks up and starts playing the fucking flute, dude. Oh my god! We went to a jazz show together like a month ago, and this fucking classless. I wanted to call your mom and go, do you really understand?
My mom
this
fucking hates
guy?
flutes, dude.
Well, I get that shit.
Oh,
Honey and them went to see The Color Purple, and they asked me to go. Hey, let's go see the. I'm like, no. Yeah. Well, don't you want to see? No, I don't want to see it. No,
I don't want to see that.
And I kind of had an idea it was a musical. I didn't know for sure, but I had an idea it was a musical. And they went and saw it and came back, and the first thing she said is, "I'm so glad you didn't go see that with me.
You would have shit on it.
You would have hated it."
Yeah.
You know.
Anyway, the only thing that made it better is that my kids thought it was so goddamn funny that every time a song came on, I'm just like, I can't help it.
When you said, "Hey, I'm going to take the kids and go to the movies," I used to love taking my daughter to the kids' movies.
Yeah,
because they were fucking hilarious. They were fun. They were entertaining. There was always little underlying stuff for the adults. Yeah. And so when you said you're going to do that, I was like, I'm going to invite myself. And before I did that, I went and looked at what the movies were.
Yeah, there's nothing.
And I went, no, there's not a single thing in there that I want to watch.
I figured Wonka, fuck it. You know what I mean? There was like, I'm trying to find something that the kids will all watch. Bronson was like immediately like, this sucks, dude. He's just bicycle kicking in the air on his seat. You know what I mean? He was like, I hate this. I was like, I'm with you, buddy.
Yeah.
So we took about 16 laps around the fucking thing, you know? But, oh, God. Anyway, yeah, I got out and I was just fucking over it, dude.
Does Bronson watch movies?
He will watch, yeah, the movies that he loves. Right now he's on Toy Story and fucking, but he'll watch, he's my only Avengers kid.
Okay.
Only kid that gives a fuck about the Avengers. So, I like those movies. And so I'll sit there and me and him will watch Avengers, like, no problem, you know, which is cool. The other two couldn't give a shit about Avengers. You know, it was weird, but yeah, Bronson will sit and watch a movie if it was like Despicable Me or something. He'll totally watch that shit.
So funny.
Yeah, it's great, man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But it was nice to do something with the kids at least. And
the perfect day for it.
It is. The rainy days, dude.
Yeah.
God,
I literally laid in bed all day.
Yeah.
Didn't do a thing.
I didn't get out of bed till like 10, dude.
Yeah.
I couldn't be happier.
Same. I think it was noon. Every once in a while, not every once in a while, pretty much all day long, my little fucking dog, she just runs in, jumps up on bed, and you can look into her eyes and see, okay, there's some
menace.
Yeah, there's things are going to happen right now. And then she just starts to bite me. Mm-hmm. And I was telling you, like, I fucking swing at her, man. Like, I'm like, get the fuck away from me, and I'll swing at her, and she'll jump back, and I'll completely miss, and then she'll leap back and bite me again, and then jump back and look at me like, what's up, bitch? And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Fucking stop.
Well, she thinks you're playing.
Oh, my God. It's so awesome.
Is it?
It really, yeah. Come on, man. You know,
dude,
I don't have beautiful kids that I get to hang out with every day. I got a dog.
True.
And I'm not going to be that person that's like, they're the same. They're not.
They're not
the same. You know, no, not even close. Yeah. For all you people that call them my little fur babies and all that shit.
Yeah. And that's fine. You can have them, but, you know, don't tell me anything about it. Until you have kids, like, shut the fuck up.
Don't compare.
It's just not happening, dude.
No.
It's not the fucking same, you know. Not the same at all.
Yeah.
wild. But
So how are you enjoying the weather itself? Just
I'm
enjoying it.
I like it now that I don't have to kill myself on the roads over it. You know, like I woke up this morning to a fucking news alert saying that California was completely underwater underneath the freeway. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where that fucking company's doing the most dog shit work I've ever seen. It's making unions look bad, to be honest. You know, it makes me so mad. I know who's doing it. I'm not going to mention him, but holy fuck.
Yeah.
Fucking killing me, dude. That's like a 2-day job.
So why don't you mention them?
Because it's not. You know,
Oh, okay.
I just don't want to.
Yeah, I get you.
Everyone knows who it is.
Okay.
It's fucking killing me to watch, dude.
So my hands are really messed up from work. So yesterday, Honey and I went to a pottery class where we make earrings and a brooch type thing.
Okay.
And it was fun. We've been stuck on, because I don't do series very well, but I do enjoy watching like the Great British Bake Off.
Sure.
And then there's
Dude,
another
there's
one.
something about that show, man.
I fucking love it.
I don't know what it is.
I love it.
It's
Because
fucking
I'll
weird.
tell you what it is.
What is it?
I'll tell you what it is.
What is
and
it?
we've talked about this.
Have we?
Not we, me and Honey have talked
okay.
about the fact that all of your United States, everything in America, all of their challenges, all their shows, everything is pitting each other against each other.
Right.
And everybody's trying to get over, and there's some sneaky fuck trying to work out with this sneaky fuck, and then we're going to screw everybody over so that we can get to the end.
Right.
And then at the end, we'll screw each other over. And the Great British Bake Off, the Great Pottery Throwdown, they support each other. They're there
Okay.
for each other.
They're nice.
So, and they're nice. Their humor's funny. They got good little quips that they go back and forth on. They make inappropriate innuendos that they throw in there that just, you see them saying it and they're all giggling like children to each other about some little something that somebody said. And that's what it is. It's just good, wholesome. We are doing this against each other, but we're not against each other. We're doing this as a crew. And then when the person that wins at the end, they all get together and hug and cry and like it's fucking awesome, man.
And also baking is like, I'm not a baker, dude.
No, I can't.
I'm not. I'm just not. No. Like, I can do it okay, but not. You know, you see, we have friends that are incredible at that shit.
My old lady,
and
my brother.
she's really good. You know what I mean? And it's just not my fucking. Rosie's decent at it, but I can't bake it. Like, I can cook almost anything. It's not amazing, but I can pull it off. You know what I mean? And baking for me is like, I made a few pies. I got into pies for a minute, but just it's so there's so much, and you can't go off recipe at all. Like, that's the thing. You have to follow fucking directions, and I'm not great at that point.
I've never.
I mean,
it's one of the reasons why I've never baked anything.
So.
Nothing. I've never, because of the, when I cook, I know what the basic general construct is, and then I work from there and get into whatever it is. Okay, so I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make this, but I'm going to do it this way, and I'm going to add this, and then I'll make, like if I do like birria, or if I do like whatever it is, I know what the basic concept is, and then I just make it my own.
Right.
And, usually it works out.
Yeah.
But grabbing a measuring cup and then having to wipe the top off so that's exactly one cup, it terrifies me.
Yeah.
I'm not even, I'm very envious of the people that do it. My little brother.
To imagine having that much self-control is fucking crazy. Like, that's what it is. It's like no self-control, like, at all. Like,
Chris,
Totally
my brother turned into a baker.
Yeah, which is wild.
Like, I didn't know he could read. You know what I mean? And then he's following directions.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, no, he's
you know
good,
what I mean?
dude.
Yeah, and he does some really phenomenal stuff. You can follow him.
It's a thing that is, like, early on, I was like, I'm going to focus on cooking, because I was not a good cook at all. Like, my mom did 90% of her cooking. I couldn't grill a fucking thing. You know what I mean? Like, I was a fucking poor little kid. I eat in Taco Bell, whatever, And I finally, like, as I became an adult, I was like, I'm going to get good at, like, not being bummed out on my dinner when I make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that was my goal. Like, just don't be super bummed out. You know what I mean? Like, how bad it is. And I got better and better, from then on.
I like when you say, I was poor, so I ate Taco Bell.
Well,
I was
69-cent tacos.
There was no Taco Bell.
Sure,
there just wasn't a.
Well, I'm thinking
actually,
about
where I was at, there was no tacos. We didn't. It wasn't like.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was hot dogs. And
but it was like my whole life.
sandwiches and shit.
We had Hamburger Helper and whatever the fuck my mom made.
man.
I fucking hate it to this day.
Hamburger Helper.
I can't, dude.
Really?
I hit my quota on that shit.
Oh,
as a kid, dude. I mean, we had it fucking 3 nights a week. It felt.
Oh
like,
no.
what I mean?
Hamburger Helper was a treat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we had on Saturday or Sunday, they would make a giant pot of something, and that's what you kind of ate on.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It'd be a big pot of beans or some sort of stew or something, but that's what you ate.
Yeah.
There wasn't. You didn't deviate from it. Taco Bell was an insane. Like it was taco time in Washington.
Sure.
And McDonald's, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't ever have McDonald's until I was probably in high school.
Yeah, really.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't go to the movies until I was in high school. We didn't have. There was none of that shit going on. We didn't. Like, hey guys, let's get together and go to the fucking drive-in.
Yeah, I guess growing up in the 50s, it's like, makes sense.
Yeah,
it does make sense.
So going back to being old and working, my fucking hands in this weather are just killing me.
Do they?
And I finally last week was like, I can't do this anymore. And I went and bought hand warmers.
Oh,
the
is
little
that
pouches.
why you bought hand warmers?
Yeah.
You fucking...
Yeah, dude.
It was like, Jesus
and the
Christ,
whole time
dude.
I was
You live
on
at the
my way to
beach.
go to Big Five to do it. I was like, man, I can't. And I had to talk myself into Big Five.
Yeah.
Then had to talk myself to going to where I knew they were at. And then talk myself to the counter to pay for them. And the whole time I am just talking shit to myself about what an old bitch I am to go get hand warmers. You know? Oh, I can't, because I'm sure everybody knows that I love to throw darts. Mm-hmm. My hands hurt so bad when it's cold out that I can't throw darts.
Yeah.
I can't hold them right. I can't.
Sure.
So I have to sit there and hold the hand warmer and keep stretching my hand out until, hey, I know you would love this, dude. I know you would. It is so brutal. Old, I know it. Amen. Yeah. I know
it's not so much old. You've lived a unnecessarily rough life. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's part of that,
Yeah.
But I mean, you're not that fucking old.
No, I'm not.
I know guys that are just doing circles around you at your age,
easily.
You know what I mean? Like,
easily.
Yeah.
We went and did the pottery class. I was saying we went and did the pottery class, and you had to sit there and pinch all this stuff off and like work all this clay. And it's not like a big thing where you're doing like it's this little pinching and smoothing it out and shaping it and do all that shit. Last night when I got home and I went to bed, I could not feel my fucking hands at all. I couldn't feel my fingers. It woke me up at like midnight, and I'm just laying there in bed going, why am I awake? And then I went to move my hands and was like, oh, that's why. It was fucking horrendous.
So gay,
dude. I know.
That's
I couldn't wait to share this with you. I know, dude.
Your hands are sore from pottery.
I know.
From clay.
Yeah. And not just like I wasn't like doing anything really big either. I was making fucking earrings.
It's not like you were Patrick Swayze in Ghost.
No. There was no No, it was me and Honey.
Oh God, dude.
And then I picked the fucking the
hardest one to do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And then I have to work at it and make it all. And then we're sitting there. And dumb. I'm sitting in this pottery class.
Where are they? Did you bring them?
We've got to wait for them. I'll bring them. And it's going to be like a month before we get them because I have to throw them in the kiln and do all that stuff. Okay,
cool. Can't wait to see those, dude.
It is. You're sitting in this class, and it's really cool because I want to do it. I really want to do this. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy making things. Like being able to do that with your hands is cool. I'm the only dude in the class,
of course.
And then it's just hyenas. It's a bunch of women just
totally.
And I'm like, I put my headphones in so I couldn't hear anymore, but I'm trying to listen to what my lady's talking about. And, man, but it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Clay Parlor on the Avenue, or you can look them up online. The lady that runs it, her name's Sarah, and she's awesome. Yeah.
I'm sure she is. It's
Oh,
really
dude. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
You are a true dichotomy, dude.
Yeah.
You know
Thank
what
you.
I mean? It's
try.
a guy that, in a million years, pottery. Cool. And there's nothing wrong with pottery. It's a fucking super skill.
That was
You know what I
fucking
mean? Yeah,
fun.
it's amazing.
I
When you
enjoy
guys,
the
when you see
shit
guys
out of
that
it.
do it really, really well,
Yeah.
you're not in the pile, dude. You're
No.
not in the really well pile at all. You're not even.
No, it takes work.
Yeah, it's nuts. Dude.
Time.
Yeah.
You know?
You're like the equivalent of King doing pottery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Much.
Fucking no hand-eye coordination. Your little phalanges are hurting.
Dude.
Hand
I
warmers.
could not fucking. Oh, I have to. Hey, man. And they
Jump in a fucking ice bath, dude.
I've thought about it. I think I might get immediate hypothermia.
Ice bath episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do that.
Dude, that's
you got
my
one
jam.
here. I'll do that. I'll do that for sure. Yeah. My whole fucking life, I took cold showers.
Sure.
A
cold shower will fucking wake you up.
Yeah,
ice baths are a whole nother
I
animal.
literally took cold showers in Washington. So there's as cold as the ice bath. It's well water. It's fucking cold.
Right.
I did it all the time.
Right. You were
I
also
would
young.
ride my fucking Harley around Ventura County in 30 to 40 degree weather in the middle of winter, wearing a Dickies jacket or a Dickies work shirt and some Dickies pants.
Right.
I would fucking, just to fuck with everybody, they'd all be bundled up. I'd unbutton my shirt and ride with my ape-hangered shovel head, ride downtown Ventura with my shirt completely unbuttoned, ride
pits
through
out, dude.
town it's,
Tits out,
flapping.
pits out.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
It was a chest back then.
Fucking ape hangers are
dude.
so dumb, dude. I hate
Oh, I
them.
love them.
Do you really?
I fucking love them.
Explain to me how the fuck that's comfortable.
Doesn't bother me at all.
How do your hand? That's why your hands are numb. You haven't
My
had
hands
blood
are
in them.
numb from fucking working.
I know, but
I'll tell you right now. Look,
that to me, look, I love biker culture. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why you'd want to ride with your hands above your fucking heart where the shit's draining out and vibrating out of your fucking hands.
okay.
Doesn't make any fucking sense. The control has to be dog shit.
I totally understand where you're coming from because you.
I mean,
haven't really
no
ridden.
control.
I will outride most people.
I know
with
you
ape
will.
hangers.
That's fine. Yeah.
No problem at all.
I get it. But
And when, like, a lot of people, when they go, like, I have a hard time riding my bike because it hurts my back.
Right.
And I would tell them, like, get some 12s or get some 14-inch.
sure, I could see that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I could see being up high, like,
Yeah.
but not fucking here. Like,
no,
when you see it to where they're like,
no.
reaching, like you're like.
I
mean,
had
the Chicano bikers. That's where it gets
I
into.
had a soft tail standard, and I had 18-inch apes on it, and then I had 4 inches over on the fork tubes.
Yeah.
So
How long were those fucking leather tassels hanging off though?
No tassels, dog. Come on, man. Let's, come on, man.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
where we draw the line.
You're definitely drawing the line at leather tassels.
Are we?
Yeah, but I had 18s with a 4-inch over.
I just
so my
don't-
bike sat up 4 inches over the and had 18s on it. And
I just don't.
I
I don't
rode
get
that
it.
fucking
Dude.
thing with like an animal, man.
I get it. I mean, I see. It does look cool. I just the functionality of riding like that is ridiculous to me. You know what I mean?
I don't. I mean,
It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? I don't
I
know.
enjoy it.
I'm sure
You
I'm
know,
sure you
and
do.
a lot of it really is. It goes back to culture. You know, it goes
get it.
back to having hydraulics and shit on
Sure.
your car, and you're driving down in a lowered car. It's not comfortable.
I totally
It's
get
just
that
fucking bouncy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's not comfortable.
No,
There's
it's
not one
not.
point where you're bouncing in the air where
No.
it looks comfortable.
We're gonna spend $15,000 on a super crazy interior
Destroy this
so that
car.
it's comfortable,
Yeah, totally.
and then put hydraulics in it. So as you're driving down the road, it's just fucking hitting the ground. And no,
Every
not at
single
all.
bump.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
I've been in them before, and I mean, it's awesome.
Horrible. It
Yeah.
is fucking. Cool
I mean,
as
it's
hell.
awesome. Yeah, but I mean, if I had to
The
get
same
in that
thing-
thing every day and drive around, I'd be
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
if I was to have another bike with ape hangers, it would be the equivalent of a classic lowrider.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I would never do it like thinking,
Yeah.
I'm going to take this bike and go ride to Ojai and go up into the mountains
Right.
and run the,
Right.
that's not happening. But I would do it like I'm going to go to a car show or
Sure.
I'm going to go somewhere and I'm going to cruise and
Yeah.
it's going to fucking be what it is, you know?
Yeah, I don't. It's just the functionality.
Now
It's
I
just-
want to get a bike just to put tassels on it because
Go,
of you.
please do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not gonna. You're already doing pottery. Your fucking hands are sore. I mean, what else, dude?
From fucking pinching little fucking tiny ass shit, dude. My hands hurt so fucking, and they didn't hurt when I was doing it. It was last night when I got home and I'm laying there in bed going, "This is the worst my fucking hands have ever hurt. What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, you had to sit there and manipulate this clay with your fucking hands." So dumb. Dude, I know. It's lovely getting old. Next time I'll make sure that I just duct tape the hand warmers to the top of my fingers so as I'm doing it, my hands are at least lubricated.
Yeah, just wear gloves. I don't know, man. Well, I'm sorry you're getting old, Jay. It sucks. You shouldn't have lived so fucking
I'm here,
hard.
man.
You're here.
I'm here. Nobody would have thought that.
Yeah, man, some people make choices in life, you know?
Yeah.
It's wild. Well, what else is going on? I know that there's something that we talked about, which I think is definitely worth mentioning, is that I, for the first time in my life, in a long time, in the last, let's call it 5-6 years, feel like things politically are okay again. And it's because Jon Stewart is back on the fucking Daily Show.
Amen.
God,
if you guys haven't watched it, I was like, I called you and told you, "Hey man, did you know Stewart's back on the fucking Daily Show?" And I didn't know if it was a parody.
No.
I didn't know if what was going on, but I realized that he is back on the Daily Show.
Just Mondays.
That's
it, just Mondays.
It was It was him doing what he does best.
God damn it.
He was mocking everybody. He ripped Trump. He ripped Biden. Mm-hmm. He ripped Biden good, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
just
so
fucking crazy, dude.
Fucking hilarious.
It just makes you, I love that guy so much. I was such a big fan of his podcast. And then he went to, I think he did a show on Apple for a minute. And then that got canceled. Right. I don't know if you heard what happened. But
No.
So he had a show on Apple, like a Daily Show type thing, like, whatever, with Jon Stewart. And I think they were going into their next season or whatever. And basically, he was going to do an episode on AI, and he was going to do an episode on China. And Apple's all, hold on, wait a minute. You can't be talking about AI in China like on this.
Yeah, they pay us.
Yeah, big
handsomely
fucking
amount of
surprise.
money.
Apple has a thing.
Go to Spotify, John.
Yeah, totally.
Spotify lets Rogan do it. He'll let you do it, man.
Totally. Which is another
go
thing
to Spotify.
But
his renewal?
He was going to do an episode on China, and he was going to do an episode on AI, and they're like, nah, we can't do that. And so I don't know if it was him that backed out. I don't know the details of why it got canceled, but it was a while, and then now he's back on the fucking Daily Show, dude. And I watched it today. I've seen clips throughout the week. I don't know if he's done more than one, but he's just going to do Mondays, and fuck, man.
Good.
Just the perfect. It made me give a shit about politics again, which is I always kind of give a shit, but I'm so disheartened on all this shit, you know what I mean? Because there really isn't a voice that, there's great people, breaking points, there's good shit, there's good news out there, but
no parody.
For someone's opinion, you know what I mean? Like that dude, I see all in on that fucking guy.
It was the show that he did, spoiler alert or whatever, the end of the show when he's like, "Hey, look, guys," he goes, "This is me now."
Yeah.
And I'm way more coherent than these two guys. And look at me now.
Right.
And he's looking at the camera and he goes, "And look at me 20 years ago." Mm-hmm. And these dudes have been doing this twice as long as that.
They're 20 years older than him, yeah.
They have the record for being the two oldest candidates 4 years ago.
Right.
Now they're going to break the record again.
Right.
And then, I cannot fucking believe that they're talking about Biden being the next candidate for the presidency.
Yeah.
It is absolutely fucking insane. That dude gets up there and mumbles. You would think that whoever the people that control him are would have already been talking to people to fucking stuff a robot up his ass.
There's something going on. I guarantee it.
Well,
there's something going on. There's no way he's making it there, dude. They're gonna do the old switcheroo.
No, they can't. They're
gonna do a switcheroo.
Yep, Obama.
Yeah, it could be Michelle Obama. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, either way,
if that is the change, that's the win.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Although, just another crook.
Who knows, dude?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just but for Jon Stewart's voice to be back in exactly the same just the fucking way he does shit is so good. Dude.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And it made me so happy.
It was watching him just chew up both of them for
Yeah.
a half hour.
Yeah.
was just joy.
so good.
Yeah, yeah, just joy.
So good, dude.
Have you been watching the videos of the people crossing the border?
I mean,
We got into this at all?
No, not too much, but
Have
I
you
mean,
watched?
it's a fucking nightmare.
Have you watched? Like,
Yeah, I've seen
like
a lot
I
of it,
was,
yeah.
I was 100% like, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? If those Hispanic families from Mexico and whatever, if they can get across the border and they get in America and they work their program and they can do whatever they got to do, I'll way like I don't care. But nowadays, when you look at everybody coming across the border, Chinese,
it's everyone.
Africans,
Yeah, it's crazy.
like all these different people that are like, you're like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
like who's. We have things coming up in the future that's going to be really, really, really fucked, and nobody's like the left is really like, no, it's not good. You know, there's people that are coming across that need to come over here, but there's a lot of people that are coming across that are coming here to create havoc and to
Possibly,
cause
yeah.
issues.
It's possible.
Not possibly, man.
No, it's
going to happen.
Look, I'm saying that lightly. You know, it's absolutely possible.
100%.
And the thing is that you cannot. As much as I am a believer in the fact that this country was founded on immigration and fucking people following the American dream to do their thing, I love that. You know what I mean?
100%.
And I know people that are dreamers that have been here their whole lives that cannot get fucking citizenship because they make it so goddamn hard.
Yeah.
Right? But there's the other caveat, which is what you're seeing now, and I've seen a lot of footage of, of fucking just hordes of people coming across, right?
Yeah.
And there's no way you can stay a sovereign nation with open borders. It's just not going to happen, right?
And it goes back to the people coming across the borders are coming across with ill will.
Possibly.
Not-
let's say not everyone, but let's call it fucking 1% of the millions of people that have crossed this year. That's a shitload of
Yeah.
people. You know what I
It's-
mean? Like,
it's fucking
that's going on the
crazy.
light side. People
Yeah.
that have criminal records, people that are here to fucking do whatever the fuck they're doing. You know what I mean? Let's say it's 1%, which is, I'm giving it a very low fucking percentage.
Yeah.
Of people that are here to fucking just try to run wild and do whatever the fuck they want, or they're here for a reason. That's still a shitload of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that is going to be, I mean, I don't want to get too fucking crazy, but with the standoff that you see right now between the federal government and Texas, that will be one of the fucking major components for civil war.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. I mean, if Texas fucking, and they're fighting right now. The feds are trying to fucking rip down these barbed wire fences, and they're just putting them back up. And there is a whole thing going on right now between the feds and the fucking government of Texas, and and that is going to be one of the fucking major components for what a civil war looks like. To me. You know what I mean? Like, for sure. And now whether it's being advanced on purpose or not, or fucking, I don't know.
Well,
you know what I mean?
It's 100% it's being advanced on purpose. Conspiracy shit, guys, and Kenny and I could probably talk about this, but you guys can come over here and vote. You guys can come over here. We'll give you an apartment. We're going to kick these people out. You can come in and stay here, and you can do whatever, and we're going to make it so you can vote.
Sure.
Do you think that that's not a factor?
I totally see that being a thing, for
Yeah.
sure. But I also am trying to be realistic in a certain point that right now the fucking doors are wide open, and people are finding out that you can get here. So, like, for me to assume that everyone has malice is like the side of me that I try not to be so fucking dark-hearted about. That if you hear through the grapevine that right now, fucking, it is the time to get in.
What is the four guys in New York that beat the cops up?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they were, but yeah, I mean,
they beat the cops up.
yeah,
Went to jail.
Got
and
out.
were immediately
Yeah.
released.
100%, yeah.
If
And
I
that's-
went out there and it's like, hey, officer, I'm going to fuck you up.
Sure,
I'm not in. They're not going to go, okay, you can go.
100%.
You know,
Yeah.
it's insane.
It is insane. But for me to take a step back and see what it is, if you start hearing that the fucking borders are wide open and it is easier now to get into this country than it ever has been,
Ever.
then why wouldn't you fucking try now, right? So it could be a compiling of, and also I do think that there is an element of the shit that, whatever, it's not a conspiracy, but like letting all these people in, giving them the basic functions, which we don't have, and they're getting some health care, they're getting fucking things that they've never had in their own country, and they're getting them, and our citizens are not.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, that seems wildly unfair.
How the fuck are we spending $90 million in Ukraine?
Oh,
I mean, the newest one, $95
billion
to go to Ukraine.
Right.
And again, Chicago's fucked up.
Well, that's the thing, man.
All these different places are fucked up.
There you go.
Hey,
well,
man,
we know that,
100%. I can't.
We've talked about that endlessly. I mean, it absolutely. It's a dirty.
It
fucking
should be
business.
talked about endlessly, though. It should be brought up. It should be talked about, and people on both sides should be going, "Hey, this is to the extreme."
Right.
You know what I mean? And to think that it's not. You watched what Hamas did, in their attack on Israel, and what they did, and how they set it up, and the time that they put in to make it happen, and the way that they set all of this stuff up to make all this happen. You can't think that they're not going like, hey, let's send 40 people as a crew separately into the United States through the border.
Possibly, yeah.
And then we can all meet somewhere because we'll just get phones and call each other, and then we'll do another 9/11. If you think that's not going to happen, that's absolutely
totally
ludicrous,
fucking
man.
possible.
Right?
That'll be the fault of the fucking regime in charge now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
For
whatever
allowing
that
it to
regime
happen.
is a farce.
Dude, there's nothing more profitable than war.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what you're going to see. For me, this goes two ways. Biden gets pulled out because he's out of his mind. They put someone else that's a little more, whether it's Michelle or even fucking Newsom or whatever. But the war machine will still continue.
Newsom. Hey, man, being a Californian, if that's the dude that you guys take, that's insane.
Whatever. But it's
not whatever. It's what we're talking about, though.
I know.
Newsom is a fucking
I'm trying to get to a larger
bounds.
point.
Oh,
here.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, whoever the candidate is, whether it's Biden or Newsom or Michelle Obama, does not matter. The war machine does not stop.
No.
Right now, Trump gets in, and he's so hell bent on punishing everyone that he's gonna fucking fuck this up, in my opinion. Right? Like, so. There's two sides where none of this ends well, period.
Yeah.
Like, for me, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter who the Democratic candidate is, who the Democratic president is, because that is the war machine and they're fucking in. Now, Trump has made a lot of fucking enemies with everybody, but he's also just had to pay out $350 million, for these fucking, this court case that he just got done with. $350 million was the payout. And he's going to spend all 4 years unraveling and punishing every fucking person who turned his back on him, right? That's not good for the country either.
He's
right?
writing out a list.
Oh, there's a list for sure. You know
yeah.
what I mean? And it's gonna be fucking military coup. You know what I mean? So either way, we're not looking good.
No.
So all this all the letting whoever the fuck in and all that shit, I get it. But it's all going towards a purpose, because there's no way Biden is making these decisions.
No.
He has cue cards, and that's what he speaks on.
Yeah,
and that's
that
it.
he can't read.
And there's a fucking machine behind him pushing him into now in Iran and fucking in Yemen and fucking doing this whole entire thing. Because if the country is in World War III, the military industrial complex fucking holds on to power. It doesn't matter who is in charge.
Yeah, Kennedy.
You know what I mean? Well, that
I mean, look, I'm going to go on this until I can't anymore, because Robert Kennedy is the one to go with. That dude is an independent.
Even my dad likes that guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's
which is wild. He is all in Trump.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. But everything that he says, every single thing that you listen to him say, it's all stating facts and like, hey, look, if you guys want to debate me, I'll debate any one of you fucking guys. Just come, let's sit down and talk about it. I don't care who it is. Let's go. You know, and that in itself is
incredible.
Something that you're not going to get from somebody else.
I just don't.
Biden's not going to fucking debate anybody.
He can't.
You know what I mean? I'll put King up there against Biden. You know what I mean? I'll put Bronson up there.
Yeah,
Bronson will sit there and go, ooba dooba, ooba, ooba. You know, you're now fucking, you're Power Ranger Trump, and you are, and
he would come in there with nicknames so hard.
It'll make
He'd
more
out-Trump
sense.
Trump.
It'll make more sense than anything fucking Biden says. You know
It's
what I
all
mean?
this place called the United States of fucking Transformers, dude.
Yeah,
That's what we're calling it. And everyone's like, okay.
All right then.
Fuck, I
Yeah.
guess.
At least you'll be able to understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
You know?
It's crazy. But I don't think any of this, and this is going to end with a better negotiation. Trump claims that he's going to end the fucking Ukraine war in 24 hours. I don't know. You know what I mean? He also bragged about being the fucking best president in history ever, which is like a wild fucking thing. He's nuts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's nuts. But it's also when you know, I haven't been able to watch the whole interview just because I haven't really taken the
Tucker
time
Carlson
to talk.
interview? I watched a solid hour and a half of
Okay, so when you hear Putin talking, he's saying shit that's real. He's not, you know what I mean? He's like, hey, look, if you guys want to look at something, look at what your country is doing and who these people are that are running shit and how do you say it? Look at the end game and who's controlling it.
Sure.
Look at that.
Sure.
You know what I mean? He's not saying some wild shit. He's saying, like, this is what's going on.
Right.
When you're talking about the pipeline and how the pipeline ended up blowing up,
right.
He goes, I'm not going to say, but look at who has the capabilities of blowing this up.
Sure. Yeah.
And it blew up.
You also have to imagine that dude is a 20-plus year fucking tyrant who fakes elections. Everyone that runs against him gets murdered. There's, you know what I mean? That dude is
sounds like the Clinton Foundation. Sounds like most of the Democratic Party and what's been going on.
That dude is in no way a good fucking human.
No, I'm not saying that.
I know you're not, but that's the spin that I'm seeing. Like a lot online, people are like, he said a lot of shit that makes sense. It's like, yeah, he has the one opportunity to speak to the American public. He's coming correct. And he's not dumb. You know, he's not dumb at all. And whether he said anything that was true or not, which a lot of it, I get it. You know what I mean? The stuff that shocked me a little bit more, which I'd like to know more about, was the fact that he approached Bill Clinton in the fucking 90s about joining NATO. And they said, no, we're not interested. Okay, that's a fucking huge thing, to me. You know what I mean? If he approached them at one point and said, hey, is there ever a possibility that we could join NATO? And they came back and said, nah, we're not interested in you being here. Okay, that's a fucking different animal, right?
And saying
that was the biggest takeaway from
here's the line of what I'm not okay with. Don't cross this line. And that line was, don't do this with Ukraine because it's going to affect us so much.
Right.
And then now we're like, well, you have to do this because if not, then he's going to go here and he's going to go here. And he goes, I don't care about any of that.
Right.
I don't care about Poland. I don't care about whatever the other one that he talked about was. I can't remember, but
about him taking over the.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not doing that. I don't care.
He you know, in his 30-minute explanation of the history of Russia and how the fuck it was formed, in his mind, and this may be true, he's trying to restore Russia to its former fucking glory before the collapse.
Yeah,
I understand that. You know what I mean? I get it. I mean, and for old men to be hung up on fucking, like, it's just such a weird thing to me. You know what I mean? Because I don't own a fucking thing, you know what I mean? Let alone a whole entire continent. You know what I mean? So I can't begin to imagine where that becomes wildly important to me, honoring the history of America, because we know that the history of America here is fucking horrendous. You know what I mean? And they have thousands of years on us. You know what I mean? As far as history and shit. So where are you going to honor these fucking lines? You know what I mean? I don't know. But the most fascinating part was that Tucker Carlson went over there and fucking had a 2-hour interview with the guy. Mm-hmm. And he spoke pretty openly about his side of it. Now, like I said, you can, and I watched a huge majority of the interview. You can take a lot of it with a grain of salt probably, and you can probably listen to some of it and be like, well, here's the thing that America's not telling you that's probably fucking true, right? And it is fascinating because there's absolutely two sides. And his side, in the toils of war, justification is fucking 90% of it.
Yeah.
We were so justified to be in Iraq, destroying fucking everything after 9/11, even though it had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? It was a Saudi Arabian fucking, like it was totally nothing to do with Iraq. You know what I mean? But we were so fucking justified in it, and the belief and the justification of things is what fascinates me. You know what I mean? So I don't know, like watching it, I try to sit back and think like, this is the dude that has been completely dominating his own country for years. You can't even get close to fucking running against a guy. You know, he's made oligarchs of these fucking
But you can't get
billionaires.
We say all that, but at the same time, you can't get anywhere near running as president like Kennedy's trying to do.
Right.
They won't give him security.
Right.
They won't. You know, he's doing everything he can to get heard, and they are all they're doing is going. He's anti-vax. He's a conspiracy guy. He's anti-vax. He's anti-vax. He's anti. Right. Well, if you listen to what he's saying, is like, hey, look, who had any of this stuff happening before we started the vaccine?
The U.S. is
where
not
did all of this
innocent
stuff? No,
at all,
but it gets ignored.
100%.
You know what I mean? And people on whatever side it is like, if you're on, you know, all those times that we were laughing at and mocking and talking shit about Jenny McCarthy and her going like, no, the vaccines are fucked up.
Right.
Which I know that you guys are going to go, well, Jay, you're fucking wrong. Whatever, fine. But if you look at what he's saying as like, hey, look, I grew up in the fucking 80s and 70s and 80s and we had some friends that were a bit off, you know, that we knew were a bit off, but nobody had a peanut allergy. Nobody had, like, there wasn't all of these different things that were going on where you're like, wait a minute, where did this come from? And then they start doing the vaccines, and he's just like, hey, look, man, I don't think that all the vaccines are bad. I'm just saying that we need to do more studies 100%. And understand more what's going on. And they're using that as the platform of going like, he's crazy.
100%.
You know,
it's like United States Playbook 101. Dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's just saying, like, let's build our country back up.
Everything he's saying is incredible.
Yeah.
If anyone hasn't seen it, then they're just not paying attention.
How do you not see it?
Because
you know what I mean?
Dude, you'd be shocked at how many people I've talked to, and they're like, never heard of him. And you're like,
that's insane, dude.
It's not, though. You know what I mean? This is 350
I
million fucking people in this country. And people are literally held to their algorithm. You know what I mean? Most of the time, it's big titties. You know what I mean? On Instagram.
I'm an ass guy, but yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, which I got a reel that we got to watch. It's just, you know, it is what it is. And however it goes is not hardly any, the only thing that's going to stop the military industrial complex is someone that is willing to take them on. And that's also got to be the guy that, just like multiple members of his family have been fucking assassinated over it. You know what I mean?
Well,
that's like
look,
crazy.
when Obama was president, and Obama was like, hey, man, we need to go bomb Syria. We need to make this happen.
That was the last time, though.
But the American people went,
this is enough.
no,
Yeah.
we're not doing that.
Yeah.
And now everybody's so caught up in their TikTok and their all this other shit that they're not going, hey, wait a minute, maybe we shouldn't. Like there's other stuff going on, you know, if as American people, when he said, hey, we're going to do this with Syria, across the board, everybody went,
we're
no,
done with this shit.
No, we're not doing that. It's not happening. And I think that at this point in time that everybody's so washed out with everything going on that they don't realize that here we are about to go to war with Syria or Iran or whoever, like it's about to happen because they've diluted it and convoluted it by making it like, oh, this is happening and that's happening and this. So we have to like, and really whatever that was where those people got murdered, the American soldiers that got killed.
Yeah.
You know, how many times have we seen where American soldiers have gotten killed and they're just like, oh, 20 people died in this or that or the other. And they never, but now they're just highlighting this and making it this huge, like we have to revenge these people.
Right.
Well, what about all the other people where it happened, but it wasn't your storyline? It wasn't what you wanted to. No, not at all. Totally. And now they've just completely blown this up. And this isn't about the people that it happened to because it's a horrible situation.
Horrendous.
And but how come they didn't blow all the other shit up that's happened? You know what I mean?
Because it's not convenient. You know what I mean? And that's, we can't, no one, I don't think anyone in this fucking country, especially anyone that listens to podcasts, assumes that America is a flawless fucking country. You know what I mean? It's like, it's insane, you know? But it is, I think you're right in the fact that we've been so desensitized to a sitting president that has no idea what's going on, and the guy that's the running fucking mate is such a megla fucking maniac that everyone's like, I don't know. We're stuck between two parents divorcing, and no one knows what side to pick.
Yeah.
You know, and the guys that do know what side to pick are out of their fucking minds because they're both abusive fucking weirdos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, who are guilty of war crimes, all of them. You know what I mean?
You see people that are like, I'm behind Uncle Joe.
Okay. It's fine.
You know, like Uncle Joe is my man. I'm behind Uncle Joe. And you're like, what are you talking about?
What?
We've all had these fucked up, creepy uncles, and you guys are about to back him again?
Dude,
like, really?
Because it's always you've been beat in that they're the lesser of two evils, right? The lesser. We're always voting for the lesser.
But
of
how
two
how
evils.
at the and this is, but how do you go the lesser of two evils when the lesser evil is easily as evil?
Well, that's the spin, right?
Yeah,
that's the fucking thing.
Yeah, Kennedy.
Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, it's going to be a wild fucking 9 months, dude. I'll tell you that much.
Well, and that's what. And going back to the Jon Stewart thing,
I know.
that's what I liked about when he finished his monologue, and he's just like, "Hey, look, you guys,
Yeah,
like
this is
everything
nightmare.
else. You guys need to watch now, and
Yeah.
you need to watch until it happens, and then you need to watch after it
forever.
happens. Forever, you guys need to start paying attention to the real shit that's going on,
Right.
and realize that
Yeah,
our candidates are garbage, man.
they're dog shit.
Yeah.
It's
So
crazy.
what's I've been looking forward to the video that you got to show me.
Oh,
so
okay.
let's
Speaking
do a
of
little flip.
Speaking of dog shit decisions, yeah, just switching gears here from our hard hitting political topics.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! You know. Ah! Oh, I'm hit! I'm hit! What? I'm not! In the car! I was shot through the car! Oh!
Do you know your tag number off the top of your head? Okay, it's okay. What? What? Oh! Where? Right there? Jesse! Jesse, are you okay? Get in the house! Get in the house! Jesse! Get back! Get back! Where is he? Where is he?
In the car! I was shot through the car!
43, give me traffic. Shots fired. Shots fired. I got a deputy down. Jesse, how are you? Okay.
First of all, I'd like you to just take a wild fucking guess where this happened.
Florida?
Florida, okay?
Oh, did it really happen in Florida?
Yeah,
Okay.
Florida. Florida cop, okay? They show up to a fucking an arrest call, right? They arrest this guy, right? They put this guy in the back of a cop car. They're taking a report from this chick that's, you know, he stole her car, basically, right? Boyfriend, girlfriend situation. She's fucking having him arrested for taking her car. The first section of that video, this cop is walking by and an acorn fell on the top of his cop car. And he triggered in the fact that this guy was shooting out of the cop car to him. And that's his fucking response, dude. Go back to the beginning of that, Kenny, and play that again. Just know that there's an acorn that hit the top of this guy's car, and this is a police officer's fucking response.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! You know. Ah! Oh, I'm hit! I'm hit! What? I'm not! In the car! I was shot through the car! Oh!
Do you know your tag number off the top of your head? Okay, it's okay.
That is the most insane fucking reaction to any. It's the equivalent of my wife getting woke up in the middle of the night from fucking lightning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Look,
my wife hears lightning. She's like, what the fuck? We're dying. You know, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing? An acorn hit the cop's car, and that was his fucking response, dude. How insane is that?
I don't know what that dude went through.
What do you mean?
There was something that dude went through.
Not enough training. That's what he went through.
I think.
You know what I mean? Not enough training, dude. That's what he went through.
I get that, but what else has he gone through?
Dude,
But
I don't know,
as somebody that's gone through life and has been in
Sure.
situations where it then makes me react a little aggressively at times when it's not necessary. That you know,
You
but
sound like the lawyer defending that guy.
hey man, look,
Insane.
I don't think he should be a cop, but I'm
For
guessing
sure not.
I'm guessing that there was another point in this story where he should have been retired out.
It's very possible, right?
He has gone through some shit, and that's PTSD.
Oh,
that
100%.
is that's my uncle sitting in the house with me.
Yeah.
And something goes, and he all
And
of a
he
sudden is
went to
triggered,
Vietnam.
and he's right back there, and it's the scariest
Yeah,
fucking thing you've ever seen in your
100%.
life. And I think that's
it's a
what
good
that poor
observation.
dude has gone through. Whatever it was that he went through in his past, he should not have been still on the force.
Dude.
And he went through I'm guessing he went through the therapy classes and he went through the stuff that he had to do.
Maybe.
But at the same time, that little thing that triggered him was he thought his life was in danger.
Dude.
And he's got an old lady or for all you other people, he's got another significant other of whatever gender at home. And he's all of a sudden triggered into thinking that he's being attacked again. So I want to know what he went through before.
Sure, you'll never
You know what
find
I mean?
that out. But
No,
yeah, I mean,
no, I actually probably can.
yeah, maybe.
You
Maybe
know,
you
but
will. You know, I don't know what's happened since that. I don't know. I fucking don't know if the guy in that vehicle died.
He didn't.
You know what I mean? I have
There
no-
was. He didn't get no. There's no. He got nothing.
Maybe.
No,
Yeah.
no, he didn't.
Oh, okay.
I'm
You saw-
telling
you seen it?
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. I saw this, and when I saw it, I was like, God damn, man! And
It's
it is the PTSD of going through stuff, and then you're in a situation where all of a sudden the shit's popping off, and you're reacting to how your life survival skills is. So his life survival skills is
0.
well, no, it's not 0. It is
zero.
So this guy in the car is shooting at me. And it was the PTSD, that trigger that set him off.
Sure.
And it's the same thing that guys that come back from, what was the first one? Desert Storm
Mm-hmm.
that came back and they were triggered about stuff. And then all of the people since then that come back, they get no health care. They get no type of help, nothing at all, because we send all our money to Ukraine and Israel and wherever else we send our money, besides taking care of the people here that need to get taken care of. That poor dude got stuck in a situation where he thought something was happening, and he thought, I'm not going to see my kids tomorrow. I'm not going to see my gender neutral
It's the most
man
insane
tomorrow. You know,
reaction I've ever seen to a fucking shooting, possibly.
Man,
For that guy to roll around on the ground, grunting, yelling, I'm hit. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, man?
what
Like,
happened to him before?
that's a great question. I mean,
You
and
know.
maybe something horrendous did happen to him.
Something horrendous did happen
Maybe,
to him before.
possibly,
He
but-
got caught up in some fucking Florida gangland shit
Maybe.
where he was there and some shit happened. His partner got killed or he got hit or something happened
Right.
that triggered him to, when that happened, he immediately went into fucking, I'm going to die right now.
Response from a trained police officer.
He should have, whatever happened to him before, he shouldn't be allowed to be a cop
crazy,
anymore.
dude.
Not only should he not be allowed to be a cop anymore, pay the fucking dude.
Oh, yeah, that guy's
Whatever he
getting
went
paid.
through,
Yeah.
give him his fucking retirement at full. Let him go and not be a cop anymore.
Dude, yeah.
He can go be a janitor somewhere and just fucking walk around and sweep and clean and go, hey guys, how you doing? You know what I mean? Like whatever it is.
insane.
But that dude
fucking
has some
insane.
PTSD that is fucking. You know, I people do stuff and they do stuff around me and they'll see how I react to it and they'll be like, God damn, man, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, I didn't
you-
realize
yeah.
you were
You
fucking,
felt pity for the guy. Yeah.
100%, man,
Sure.
because he's
I'm just
going
thinking
through
about the
some
poor
shit.
kid that fucking is in a fight when his girlfriend stole his car and now is diving for his life.
Maybe he shouldn't have stole his old
Yeah, I
lady's
get
car.
it. I
You
get
fucking
it.
turd.
But
you know what I mean?
No, I get it.
That
100%.
white kid,
I get it.
kid should probably.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? But motherfucker,
Yeah.
you're in the back of a cop car because you fought with your chick, you stole her car, whatever the fuck it is, dude. You got a fucking bad day, and all of a sudden, an acorn ends your life. An acorn, dude. You know what I mean? Like a squirrel's all whoops.
Yeah.
That's fucking it. Like,
Well, maybe as a white kid, he should know better.
it's insane,
Yeah,
dude.
maybe
I just think about the kid in the car, you know, because the police responses and even doing like that police training that I did, you know, we've talked about on the podcast. I get it. Hard decisions, man. Fucking, you know, it's tough, you know.
Yeah.
But that is a guttural fucking I'm losing it type of response,
Dude,
you know. And I think you're right.
You can hear it in his voice.
You can hear it in his
and
voice.
you can see when he's crawling away. I have nothing but empathy for that dude.
That's so weird.
And
Yeah. I didn't read that, but you're right.
Yeah, he should not have been a cop. Whatever he went
sure.
through before, he should have went through psychological training after that
It's
and
crazy.
not been allowed
Yeah.
to be a cop anymore because of what he went through.
Yeah.
That dude went through some horrendous shit.
Yeah.
He went through something
dude.
fucking bad that triggered that response, because that response is a full fucking clip into the back of a car.
Full panic, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
panic, dude.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a panic like that in a long time. But
No.
anyway, I just thought you should see it. You know, it's something that popped up on my feed, and I was like, "What the fuck, man?" You know.
When you first started this, I thought you were going to show me there was one video that I saw recently where the cops were arresting some YouTuber or somebody, and they're videotaping it, and they're like, look what's going on. And one of the cops that's involved is like this little Latino girl that has a gigantic ass. It is, I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's huge,
Thick,
dude.
dude.
Yeah. And then small waist and thick top. And she's standing there moving around, and they're like, look what's going on with him. And the cameraman's just going, and the first time I watched the video, I'm like, what the fuck
is
are they even?
Oh.
And then I went,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Let me
Yeah, it's wild.
reverse this and watch this a couple more times.
Yeah,
What's her OnlyFans page? I
don't
want
know.
some of that.
But
you
there's
know?
some fucking anyway. Yeah, it's wild. There's a wild response, dude. I couldn't find. I've been watching it all week. I was like, God damn,
Yeah.
dude, that's brutal.
Yeah,
Kenny, let's go to some of the
guy in the car didn't do
Instagram,
it.
the reels, the stories. If you don't mind, go back to the beginning of them.
Give me man.
Take your time. I know it does, man. I know.
And we're all camping at Lake Nacimiento, and I had an ounce of mushrooms, and I was just walking around and passing them out, and, and I was fucking eating them like it was your fucking Zins. I just kept fucking tossing them in and just kept chewing them all night. And then I went to bed, and we're in tents, and we're all right next to each other.
Of course, yeah.
And one of my boys hooked up with this girl, and you could just hear him going, "Hey, just touch it." Just touch it. Hey, I got you like I did for you.
Yeah.
Just touch it. Just touch it. And you could hear the desperation
It's like
in
the
his
same-
voice.
that's that
the
cop.
same yeah. Just hear him being like you just know he's just and he, nothing ever
It's gonna
nothing
last
happened,
30 seconds,
nothing,
dude.
but he
Touch
was
it.
just like, hey, you know, I heard her 5 minutes before that.
Yeah, we know
she
what's going
got
on.
there.
She got hers.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
She got hers. And then he was just like,
What
please.
kind of monster
just
doesn't
fucking
return the favor,
oh,
dude?
man.
Ugh,
Yeah, it
brutal.
was horrible. But the next day when we woke up and we were all sitting around drinking Jack Daniels and Clamato.
Just touch it came
Oh
up.
my God. I could not fucking wait to start talking shit to him, man. It was the best. And it was me and him and then a couple of other friends. And we just, all of us were just like, hey,
Just touch it.
just touch it. Just touch it. You know what I mean? But it's that fucking pulsing, throbbing. People to understand or women to understand what that feeling is.
Yeah,
and
like
how,
women don't understand not coming, like at all. You
Well,
know
no,
what I mean?
I'm talking about like I'm not genetically or whatever it is. I'm not talking about how they feel about it. What I'm saying is they don't know how we feel about that and what it does to us physically.
Sure.
And how
I can't even
how
concentrate.
crazy shit.
You know
No,
what I mean?
you can't fucking think about nothing. You know
I
what I
didn't
mean?
make any good decisions today until
Nothing.
10:30 after I nutted.
And
You
this
know what I
has
mean?
nothing to do with women at all.
Yeah,
you know, you guys have your stuff and we understand that. We're not saying anything against that. We're speaking as men
totally.
that have gone through it, man. man. When that little fucking dude's down there and he's just fucking,
He's like, it's time.
Just like,
It's time.
please, just anything. I don't give a shit if you put sandpaper on your hand
Graze
and just
it on a
slap
doorway,
it a little
dude.
bit across the top back part of the head, and just a little scuff. Is not. That's all I need. Is just a little sandpaper and just across the back of the head. Just a little thunk, thunk. Just not even a lot, because by that time I'm ready to go. I just need something. You know what I mean? And then we walk out of there. If you're a good human and a good man, you walk out of there going, "Fuck." You know,
100%.
It's you know, but we're not supposed to have those feelings.
No, we
anymore.
don't have those
We're
feelings
you know, it's not okay. We don't have feelings because everybody else's feelings matter.
All right, can you play the next one?
This is my 2019 big ass Duramax. Show y'all motherfuckers something. This is what you get when you got 6 baby mamas and they all pay your child support. When I built this song,
Understand this. Things are now in motion that cannot be undone.
About damn time.
Understand this. Things are now in motion that cannot be undone.
About damn time. I wanted to talk to you about car insurance, not a duel at high noon.
It's the gayest thing you've ever done.
I don't know, man. Speaking of you. And funny, man. Their videos are hilarious.
Yeah.
I feel bad for their mom because they just torment her.
Yeah.
But that dad is all in on everything that his sons do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
funny.
that you know, you understand that feeling of like,
totally.
hey, man,
Yeah.
I'm done. We're you know, because you've already built up.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we talking about?
Yeah, totally.
You know, what's going on, Dad?
What the fuck?
You know, what are we doing here? I'm tired of this shit. I'm a grown man. I'm 13 years old.
Right.
When you call me in to talk about this shit, I'm so fucking done with you, you old asshole. And then you're just like, okay. Do-do-do-do-do.
Yep.
Do-do-do. And then he comes in, he's like, hey, man, could you take out the trash?
Yeah.
You know, could you do like, it's not a big
Yeah,
deal.
not a big deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then we go back to what we were just talking about. It's
Yeah.
the fucking testosterone rage
Dude.
that you get as a young
King,
man.
my 13-year-old is finally turning into a little dickhead.
Yeah.
Like I rolled his eyes at me the other day while I was talking to him. I was like, "Oh, you motherfucker! Dude. You fucking roll your eyes at me." Ooh. You know what I mean?
And you did nothing.
I did nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's been so nice. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but-
Like his whole life.
Stop it.
Believe me, dude. I get him. I get him. But
Yeah.
he gave me a real good one the other day. I was like, "You son of a bitch,
Yeah,
dude."
it's only going to get more and more.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I for sure. I can feel it.
I remember I was like 12 or 13 years old. And my dad and I went through some shit. And I remember he left me on the side of the road out in the middle of the country. Like I'm talking not high country.
Right.
We're talking
The
like
middle of nowhere.
Central, fucking nowhere. And I'm like, hey, Dad, like, I'm not fucking doing this anymore. You fucking pull the car over and let me out. I'm not fucking ditched fucking jumping with you anymore. Fucking stop. I'm done. And he went, fine. Birch! And he fucking pulled over and
called
let me
your
out of the
bluff,
car
huh?
and he fucking drove off. And I'm sitting there looking around going,
Oh, fuck.
Jesus Christ. No, I was done.
Yeah.
Like I knew I was done. I'll figure out how to fucking get home.
Right.
Sooner or later, hopefully somebody will come by and pick me up and I'll hitchhike home. If not, I'm gonna figure it out.
Right,
I'll
right.
figure out how to get home. But I remember just being like, either we're fucking fighting or we're done. And I probably a week or two later, I moved away from him. We didn't live together again for years. And it was the whole I was probably 13.
Yeah.
And just going,
I know better than
at
you.
this point, I can't, and I know you've gone through this with your dad. Like, you're just at this point, you're like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
And I'm willing at this point in time to step up and try to
be a
become
man
a
on my
man.
own. Yeah.
And my dad would
Totally.
fucking murder me.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's a fucking treacherous old fuck.
Right.
He would murder me. But at that point, I'd been fighting. I've been through all this shit, and I got it. But I'm like, I'm not going to do this anymore.
Right.
I'm just not.
Yeah.
And that's where that.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Go.
Yeah. So this next one is one of my favorites because all I see now is people on fucking stopping people on the street, asking them the dumbest fucking questions ever.
And today, the gayest thing you've ever done.
Probably this. Talking to a guy in the street that I don't know is wearing a only shirt, bro. I don't know, man. What else you got?
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
And I'm starting to see a little bit more of it. These fucking YouTubers,
It's insane, dude.
Oh my God.
I couldn't imagine walking down the street with my kids in LA and being asked some dumb fucking question.
I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I'm going up an escalator. And we're going up an escalator, and I'm standing there with my lady.
Your face.
Or
whatever
I
the fuck.
fucking fuck with me. I'm good.
That's fine.
But reach out and fucking touch my old lady, dog.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to lose my
wild.
shit. And these guys do it, and then the guy reacts, and they're like, hey, prank.
At no point would prank stop me at all.
Dude, I saw one today where a guy did this. I couldn't catch the gist of the prank, and it was kind of hard. But the guy that did it, the YouTuber that started the whole thing and did it, the guy grabbed him, dropped him to the ground, and fucking slugged him in the face like 3 times. They show the video afterwards where the guy's sitting there on the ground and he's holding a fucking towel over his face and he's bleeding everywhere. And I'm like,
good.
That's what you get, punk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's one dude that you see and he walks around and he's this little fucking chump.
Yeah.
And he's walking through the mall and he's fucking doing like the Conor McGregor strut. And he walks by this dude and he's doing the strut and he kind of bumps into him and then he fucking turns around and looks at him like, what? And the guy's like, fucking what, punk?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden his black fucking security guard that's this big old fucking dude's like, what? Say something. Yeah. And then the dude's standing there going, in my head, I'm like,
Everyone's
what in the hell?
Everyone's getting clapped around here, dude. Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean? Like, the shit that these guys are doing should be illegal.
Oh,
they
dude.
shouldn't be allowed.
Well,
and if somebody ends up fucking smacking the shit out of them, they should be able to get off scot-free.
Yeah.
Because if I'm going up an escalator and you reach over, if you and I are going up an escalator and we're standing there together and some dude comes up and he starts to do something to you, and I react and drag him across and start smacking him in the fucking face because I think he's trying to do something.
Who knows? Yeah.
You go fuck you, man.
Totally. Dude.
It should be illegal. They should be prosecuted and it shouldn't be okay. And they're all cowards. They're all weak bitches.
Yeah.
There's not a single one of them, besides Jake Paul, that, I'm just saying, hey, Jake
Paul, fuck you up, dude.
No, I ain't saying that at all, man. Hey, bro, I got you. Your fucking Prime drink sucks, but that's okay.
I like Prime. That's Logan Paul, by the way.
I don't care. Whichever one of them fucking
Logan
Pauls,
Paul.
dude.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, man. If you prank me, I'm sorry, man. I'm just doing what you gotta do.
I get it, dude.
You know,
get it.
but that little cowardly shit that they do, I would like to see this next one's wild as hell. Dog.
Yeah, dude. Because imagine going in for a haircut and also having those cheeks, right? So, Kenny, can you get back to that screen?
Cachetotes, Vali. Ay, mira qué chulada.
Fucking dumb that you're gonna go into Yellowstone and fuck with a bison,
dude,
and fuck with this gigantic
2,000
prehistoric
pound
animal
Yeah.
that has no brain at all, and it tunes you up. That's what you fucking
That's
get.
what you get, dude.
You know what I mean? And at any time I see any of those guys that are fucking bullfighting, and they get fucking stuck in their throat,
gored through the fucking jaw.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Dude.
No sympathy, no empathy, no
wild.
nothing for me at all. You stepped into the ring to kill this majestic bull.
Yeah.
And that's what you get. Yeah,
That's what happens.
What you get.
Play with the bull, get the horns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will eat a taco afterwards, though.
Absolutely. Let's go eat fucking tacos, dude.
Oh, come on.
Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Please check out the merch. GetHeavyPodShop.com. We have a bunch of killer merch. I actually have some Octopod shirts here at the house. If you're interested, hit me up in the DMs. If you're in Ventura, local area, I can just send them right to you. $25, cheaper than on the website. Otherwise, all the other merch is on getheavypodshop.com. We have a bunch of killer designs.
Yeah.
Check out the Patreon. These episodes go up days early on the Patreon with unedited like shit, essentially. All the beginning stuff like that.
So you can hear all my wildly inappropriate shit that I say, being an old man.
Yep.
Again.
So Get Heavy Pod on Patreon. Also, please like and subscribe and tell your fucking friends about this podcast.
So, if me being an old man now and not being able to control my fingers and how they feel, if I stick it in her ass, is it okay?
Yeah,
because it's a really reliable.
You just go, oh, I thought that was a Gaza. I thought that was the Gaza Strip. You know what I mean? That's all you can do. Anyway, like, subscribe, tell your friends, hit the notifications bell. We love you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, man, love you guys. Peace out. 1091 Scandia Avenue.
Bam.
See me there when I'm there.